Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Jim Dre Westbrook, Worth the Wait Guy here, and you're now watching episode 14 of Exposed, Worth the Wait Guy Chronicles. On today, I'm going to talk to you guys about Family Matters. Now, I know that title right there probably strikes a chord with a lot of millennials, such as myself, that was one of our favorite TV shows back in the day. TGIF on ABC every Friday. Family Matters was like that. But I will say Family Matters was not my favorite show of the 90s, and I don't even have it in my top three. I know for a lot of people, I probably lost a lot of subscribers, followers, people that rock with me like that. I'm sorry. For me, Fresh Prince was number one. Number two was Martin. And Living Single was number three for me. I love Living Single. It still hasn't been a show like that. That's why they need to run that thing back so we can see what Living Single looks like in 2018, in 2019. Like that's what I'm all about. But trust me, Family Matters is in my top five. I'm not that crazy, but I just don't think it ain't in my top three. All right, cool. So let me get back on track. What I want to talk about today, man, is something that is really near and dear to my heart, and that's family. I'm one of those people. I always talk about family in my posts. I talk about family in, publicly on social media, even privately of those who really know me. Like, my family does matter. My sister, my parents, the biz, just people that are near and dear to my heart that I communicate with every single day. That's what it's all about. And it's very interesting at this point in my life, in the whole Worth the Wait guy story. I'm trying to make somebody else a family member. I met a girl, and if you guys heard the last one, I met a woman, and I met her at the club. Hey, it's Vegas, man. So you definitely know that if you know anything about Vegas, it's very highly likely that you're going to meet somebody, at the club or at the bar, and they actually be a real person, and not crazy, and actually have their stuff together. So that's kind of what happened with me back in the day, and I'm spending a lot of time with this young woman. I mean, we're watching games, we're watching boxing matches, we're going dancing, and I really like her. I get into her. She's into me, and before you know it, I make her my girlfriend. Almost like that. Like I said, I used to move fast, like really fast. That, hey, if you check these boxes and I like you, you like me, you believe in God, I believe in God. Hey, you want a future, I want a future. Boom. It was literally fast, like really, 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 really fast. But you live and learn. And for me, man, I wanted to make her family because I believed that, hey, if she checked that little short list, she was the one. And I could make her my girlfriend, and that, hey, she was worthy to meet my parents and vice versa. So we hopped into this thing pretty quick, y'all. That's how I used to move. That's how my feelings were. That's how, as some people could say, thirsty, I wanted a wife, that I would fast track that entire process that should take pretty long. It didn't take long for me. Like I was a 100-meter dash when this thing should have been like a 800 or even a 1600. I wanted to move fast, in, out, and then work my way from there. Exactly. But that's just what it was. That's why we live, and that's why we learn, and that is why I know I've made my mistakes. So let's get back to that story. So with that story, man, we're moving 1,000 miles an hour, and we're together now. And we actually wanted to meet each other's parents. So I remember she wanted me to go with her. So I, took a weekend off, and I did the family thing with her to meet her folks. Down the line, we kind of did the same thing for my family. So we went back to the crib up in Michigan, and she met my folks. And two different things. This was kind of two Americas because I did bring her to the middle class black family, and then I went to see her multicultural blended family. So two different lifestyles. I mean, one was West Coast, one was Midwest. As I said, one was black. The other was multicultural. It was a lot going on, and there were similarities, even though there were differences, is that both families loved one another. When I tell you that her family rode for her and they were all about her, that's exactly what happened. And same with mine. Like I said, I love my parents. They're my best friends. So is my sister. So when they all met her for the first time in person, they roll for me too. So I enjoyed seeing just families, ask questions, make sure you're there for the right reasons because they love you. And I'm pretty sure those who are listening to this right now, y'all done been there too, where people is ice grilling anybody that you brought back home, that we really want to see if this person is exactly who you say they are. And if they're not, we're going to put them on Front Street. We're going to let them know, she ain't the one, or nah, he's a loser. Get rid of him, So that's kind of what happens. And when I went there, it was very interesting that I had a conversation with this young woman's mother, and she basically told me that she's not ready for you. She's not ready for you. You're doing too much. The doing too much is good because you're spoiling her. You're showing her what a good man does, but she's not ready for this good man in her life right now. Mind you, I'm 28. She was 25. She says no. She's going to mess this up. I just want you to know so you can prepare yourself. But I'm telling you right now, I know my daughter. I know who she is. She's going to mess this up. Now, I felt some type of way when she told me that because I'm like, number one, like, you really going to say that about your daughter? Which she wasn't telling a lie. Spoiler alert. But at the same time, it was one of those things I wasn't ready. Like, I wasn't prepared for this mother to kick the game to me like that, straight up on, you just met me a couple of hours ago. But in hindsight, I appreciate that woman for being so real and honest and upfront and transparent with me, because if she doesn't tell me, then maybe I never get that message. Like maybe I get it too late because, hey, I was so into this thing, maybe I throw all my values away. You get what I'm saying? And now we have our own family to where maybe I don't want to be in this thing as much as I wanted to be when we was back at the club, but now we're not in the club. We're dealing with reality, and I might have some duties and some responsibilities that I might be tied to for at least 18 years. You dig what I'm saying? So my message today is when your family says something, and especially if you don't have any basis, like if you're not around for them to, kick it to the way that she kicked it to me, whether it's your family or your partner's family, you might want to listen. I'm not saying take their advice straight to the bank every single time, but if they know your mate or even tell you something about yourself that maybe you overlooked, look in the mirror. Take a moment to reflect that, put it in your mental Rolodex, and try to see how you can apply that to your relationship to make it better or to end that thing. Because I wasn't ready to do anything. I kind of caught that ball, y'all, and did the fair catch signal because I wasn't ready to run or do anything with that. So that's the takeaway, man, is when your family, if they know you and they say something that you don't want to hear, listen. Don't react straight up, because I know you might get defensive if they say something that you don't like and you want to punch back. Catch it. Maybe it's right. Maybe it's correct. Maybe it's something that you can, take with you that can save that relationship. Or as I said, maybe it's the thing that you needed, that you wanted, that can end that. So you can do that with that relationship and maybe move on with your life and really get the person that you really need to get. So yeah, I know this one was a little harsh. Kind of took a left turn when I said what I said about that young lady's mom. But that was truth. She spit facts. She spit truth. She kept it 100 with me. And I appreciate and still love her to that day. So yeah, when someone wants to be that real with you, you have to be ready to accept exactly what they're telling you. Feel me? All right, y'all. I'm done for this week. It's been a blessed week. I'm going to hit y'all with 2 more videos. We are almost catching up on these things. I know some of these are going a little long, but I really, really appreciate the love and support that we're getting for Exposed Worth the Wait Chronicles. All right, y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all next week. Peace.